What's cracking, my subscribers? Clock Minister here, coming at you with a review of the newest Need for Speed game, Need for Speed Racing Bros. And I found this to be a rather interesting installment to the Need for Speed series. It takes a very different approach to the overall story, and some new directions for gameplay, which I think you'll find are quite interesting. We're starting off with this simple race. I have to beat the Mafia and reach the goal first. So instead of some regular street race, you're actually against the scary Mafia. And as we can see, it's pretty brutal, but I've managed to pull ahead. This gives me an opportunity to talk some more about the game. The story is different. I think it was honestly very brave of EA to take this approach to the narrative. A lot of it is left more ambiguous, and it allows the player to interpret it in their own way. For example, we're not really sure as to the main character's motivation for racing the Mafia, but we are sure that they are a damn good racer because they're able to beat the Mafia, who are obviously good at racing. And of course they're able to outwit the police, like we just saw there. So perhaps we're playing as some kind of criminal, a criminal master speedster racer, or maybe we are simply a self-driving AI that's gone rogue, who will single-handedly take down all crime in this city. I say city, but of course, this game takes a kind of globe-trotting aspect to it. For example, we are in Egypt. Oh, and that's the first race done. Quality soundtrack as well. Gonna love this. Oh, soundtrack's probably one of the best in the Need for Speed series. Oh, and next up is another race where I have to beat the Mafia and reach the goal first. I believe this will be taking on a separate stage. As far as I know, there is no multiplayer yet, but who knows, maybe in a future update. This is EA, so it might be DLC, but I'd be willing to pay more for this game. You know, I think it's earned my trust in any future products it tries to sell. Now, where are we racing now? It seems that we're racing in a kind of tropical islandy area. There's Mount Doom over here that we have to drive through, I guess. Oh no, it's filled with farts. Again, this game's also a lot more humorous than previous titles. You know, wacky things like a mountain filled with farts is it's one of the actual more tame jokes. But I won't spoil anything for you. I think we're in the lead right now. I think I prefer this new UI-less lack of UI over kind of overbearing user interfaces from previous games. No speedometer, no little marker to tell you what place you're in, and no timer either. Just you and the road. This race is actually seeming to be a bit more difficult than previous ones. We only came third that time. Which is we haven't even finished, I don't think. A damn shame. Also, one of the most interesting features about this game is that you don't get to restart any of the races, unlike previous entries. If you lose a race, then you have to deal with the consequences of losing that race, and I think it's very interesting. Makes you wonder, what is the consequence of not doing well? Does the mafia get more powerful? Do you get a bad ending? I believe there are multiple endings to this game. Oh, this is one of my favourite stages. The fucking Alps where you can't see anything because it's all just solid white. It's so good. Taking another lead. Go through this snowy forest. There is no road to speak of, but I think we're on the right path. Oh, there's giant snow boulders. Okay, we only got hit by one of them. Oh, is that the Norwegian flag? I think that's the Norwegian flag. I think we're in Norway. Yep, definitely Norway. As we kind of drive through this Viking village, I guess. Oh lord! Oh, spun out. Nah, I am no expert at racing or driving, for that matter. But even as a complete novice, I can tell you that the driving in this game is smooth as silk. Yeah, silk. Like a silken road. Do people drive on silk? I think they do. I think they should. Imagine how smooth that ride would be. But enough about how I'd change the infrastructure of every major road, and more about this game. Because look at where this map has gone. We used to just be in this kind of flat, snowy area. Then we moved into a Viking village. Now we're in these giant ice mountains. All seamlessly woven together into one stage. Beautiful. Go through this tunnel. There's a tower there. There's two towers. I assume this is the direction we have to go in. Yes, that was the direction we go in. We have beaten the mafia this time. We can't get what's the word then? Complacent. We get complacent, then they'll just sneak right behind us and do bad things like crime. Racing madness now. We're stepping it up now, fellas. Still the same objective, but it seems that there's more mafia than before. Gaining notoriety. Because we are a very skilled racer. I think we're back in the desert now, back in Egypt. Always pandemonium here at the start. This typically happens at the start of every race in this game. Everybody scrambles to get that early lead. But we seem to be pulling through. And seeing as we're in a very similar stage as to last time, I'd like to take this opportunity to talk about the graphics, because I think that's probably the piece de resistance of Need for Speed's most wanted extreme. Oh no, I am flipped over and I am crashed. This is a travesty. We'll correct ourselves, don't worry. But yeah, the graphics. I mean, I'm not sure what kind of techniques have been used to make it look this good. Because bearing in mind, this isn't on a PS4 Pro. This is just the standard PS4. Perhaps they're using super ultra ray tracing or something. We just look at the skid marks. Oh, you could taste them. That is, if you've ever tasted skid marks before. You know what? I'm gonna stop talking about that. We've got a lot of work to do to catch up. Is there a shortcut here? No, these are unbreakable walls. Of course, the devs wouldn't allow such exploits in the game. I'm just gutted. It's gonna be a struggle to climb this back, and I can't overuse the boost because this will happen. Oh, we've lost. We've lost, and the music is playing. Everybody's driving over the finish line, committing crimes like tax fraud and murder. But yeah, that's been Need for Speed Racing Bros Most Wanted Gran Torino Supercharged. If you want to see more from this game, then let me know. I would rate it a solid 9 out of 10. Needs more game modes. Anyway, see you guys later. Bye.